My name is Jonathan Holmes. I've been fortunate enough to be appointed as the head of green finance in my bank, guiding the development of sort of commercial propositions to help customers get to net zero. And at the same time, I was also in charge of a large program looking after ESG data. So I was really immersed in sustainability in a big way. So when the opportunity to do the fellowship came up, I was really excited by it. A couple of people in my firm had already done it, and they were people who I respected very much, and I liked the way that they thought about sustainability. Taking a sustainability-linked loan is good in many ways. It's not just about the discount you might get, but it has got lots of other benefits as well. But you very quickly get into the intangible nature of those benefits and how difficult it is to quantify what they'll actually do for you as a company. And so you end up appealing to some sort of greater good or the benefit for the planet or something that's really, and bankers and their customers like, certainty. I like something I can measure. So I was trying to work out how we could get past that. How do you convince people that sustainability products and loans are good in their own right? The question was, well, okay, so you're trying to eliminate the reliance on some of these intangible things. What would happen if you made those things more tangible? What about changing the nature of the thing itself? I've been really focused on moving those elements out of the picture, if not out of the way. But what people said was, well, maybe you should just turn them over and look at them in a different light. Maybe they should be part of the solution, but in a different form. It's not that the fellowship has a secret sauce, but it helps you contextualize and brings together a number of different techniques that you maybe possibly knew about already, but it really supercharges them and helps you see how, when they put them together, they can actually have a big effect on what you're doing. Because the participants are from financial services, but many different countries, geographies, backgrounds, in doing different roles. I mean, it was really great, sort of really heterogeneous group of people. They do give you different ways of thinking about things. Interesting. I've had some great conversations with some of my fellows where we were actually further ahead in our journey, and we could be really helpful, I think, in saying, hey, well, this is what we did. It's not what you have to do, but this, when we did it, this is what happened, and these are the pitfalls, and this is how we got over them. And that's, so suddenly you think, hey, there are lots of different people doing this. We're all at different places. We're all doing it in slightly different ways. We did a really interesting thing towards the end of the fellowship. One of the interesting things we learned about was the hats, the different hats people wear, and that if you don't select a hat, people will give you a hat. So you're seen as a particular type of person, bringing a particular type of skill to the team that we've just been talking about. So it's a chance to not have a hat at all. It's like going to university for the first time. You get a little chance to reinvent yourself and those sort of things. At one's work, one is focused on the problems in front of you. You're sort of, you're quite blinkered in what you're doing. But you also feel that the weight of the responsibility is on you to bring about this change, and that can be quite crushing. Sort of the emotional release that I had on joining the fellowship and talking to all the other people and hearing what they were trying to do, and hearing the different things they were trying to do. That was an amazing effect. Strange. I mean, not anticipated at all. Clearly, I know there are other people in other firms doing all of this sort of sustainability work. I know that intellectually, but to actually feel it emotionally was a really interesting thing. I often think of it as, when you're in a football match when you're the last defender, the last person between the attacker and the goal, you've got to get it right, but you're not the last defender. Sort of, I'm not alone. Fellowship increased my resilience by showing me other things, by being more aware that there are other ways to look at things. Really, so sort of being more positively accepting of outside help. Yes. It also increased my inquisitiveness, my curiosity. It does also give, I have friends in new places now. I've been in different continents, people I could call. It kind of feels a little bit like a luxury to take time out to do this, but actually you realise that it's not a luxury. It's an important part of enhancing your overall performance and sort of business life is to actually spend more time reflecting and less time doing. So as a firm, you get people who are going to be much more effective.